Hey, hello, good day, it's me, like me was told to you before. About the agreement between Americans, Latin Americans, Australians, connected with China and Sweden. You see one of my personal numbers? Yeah, you do. So me aren't tourist, you remember, me just reminding to you. Remember that, me aren't tourist at this territory. ABC, at this global, I means Australia, Argentina, Angola, Azerbaijan, or what? Which territory? Exactly. What mean ba? Brasilia, Bangladesh, Bulgaria? Nah. Ba. What mean ba? Bong. Bu? No? Exactly. What means China? Columbia. Tsuba. You understand the answers. So, what me telling to you agreement about soundtrack between Sweden, between Swedish territory passports to American English. It's going to be only then when Americans get what they must get, what they were supposed to get. Their own properties, their own money, own salaries. What other ones, the corruption way, was took from Americans, from me and other ones. They aren't tourists at the Sverige. They live at Sweden. Other ones was lived at the Wasa, America. Some of them was moved from Norway to Sweden. But they are Americans. Other ones are Americans. Everything belonged to Americans, but other ones, because of the fancy houses, swimming pools, apartments, mansions, they wasn't give them. Instead of give it to them, they was just think it because they are at the military, they steal from them. You know why they was get that? It was compensation from the Galactic Insurance. Galactic Space Insurance was paid compensations to Americans because they had corruption at the Europe, at the America, at Latin America. So that way they was moved out from America to other territory. Like what now me telling Sweden, Sverige. And they was supposed to get mansions, swimming pools, sea pool. Even Spain was tell and Mexicans was tell to other ones. They get swimming pool, sea pool. That some of the corruption ways, they was read not from left to right side, they was, let's say, read from right to left side. And instead of the swimming pool, there was still Lopez. Are you understand that? And they took swimming pools from them. They wasn't follow the insurance codex, where they was did compensation for Americans. Because compensation was get Americans, and other ones was get compensation from insurance, who was from United Arabia territory. Because me was wrote the paper about Syria, Palestine, and other territories. You know how me was wrote papers to the global gold and space insurance companies, corporations. So Arabic was getting compensation the Syria was get the United Arab Emirates because me are project creator as the United Arab Emirates, and other ones was get compensation as the Singapore. After other ones get that how they name and you naming, if you understand that, the line. It's not line. You have your turn on that. Then you have number. You're waiting at your line. You're first because you're A. You're second because you're B. You're third because you're C. Or you understand that? How many numbers we must tell you so you could understand that? You should understand that because agreement between Swedish, European L2 territory, Letland, Estonia not going to be until they're going to steal from other ones because it's compensation from insurances to them for before what of kind that corruption they had. That was sometimes they doesn't hear any sentences, any word, any ABC. They don't feel the menu because it's a corruption. That's why. Everybody going to feel the sentences, ABC power, menu power, then it's going to be correct as a system. Because other ones from Forsmakten, they took not own mansions with swimming pools, and they pretend, they're from that. Fuck it, we don't care about them. Just we take the mansion, the Täby, the Helsingborg, the Bastard, the Ängelholm, the Malmö, and we skip them. Because we are Arabic, we are Swedish, we like fancy luxury life. They don't need that. And after, then it goes automatically checking up as a global system. Then galactic checking global. Them who did corruption flying to the galactic space prison and they sitting forever. Doesn't matter because they was working the Forsmakten computer. No. Other ones have only companies because it's compensation to them from insurances. Nothing else they must do on parts. Other ones get fancy luxury hotels because it's compensation to them for that what other was did, what of kind crimes was did to their own to the other lives. And they can be jealous for it because it's galactic space intergalactic insurance compensation to other ones. That why from other humans, there's global humans, from regular, like they was from regular poor men, teenagers, kids, they will start to be very rich ones. Because it's intergalactic space compensation for the problems what other from military, some territory the global was did. Because it wasn't legal, it was illegal. So that's why Swedish, some of Sweden don't hear any English, they don't feel any word, and some of the Sweden don't feel any Swedish because of the corruption. How we should tell that? We don't find any agreement, for solve the situation. Insurance did compensation to me for mine childhood times. Then from military, Forsmakten was took my mansion, my house. And they was lie at the system. They wasn't tell truth. They was too my salaries, my compensation money. Because they say, no, here poor, he can't be rich right now. No. Because they are stupid racist with their sense of the mind. For the illegal killings, and they did more problems. That why other ones doesn't feel any English menu, they don't hear. Because of that AI system disagreement of the right way. You know what is mean right way and aren't right way? When Spain was still mentioned the swimming pool to me, other ones was read from other side that were just like sea pool. No, not sea pool, not swimming pool. They was told sea pool. They was read Lopez. And they took swimming pool. Or do you understand how it is with that? Even Mexico, Latino Americans was still, yes, see, pool. I know why. I know who's my family members. Or you are. You know how my family members was found me? Because me was brought to highest court as a Latin American. Federal highest court. You know how it is federal highest court? It's not prostitution place. No, it's not prostitution place. It's Latin American. You know where it is? Sao Paulo, Brasilia. Me was brought to federals and federal highest court when me was a more than 10-year teenager kid. Yeah, kid. Because me was just 11, 12, 13, yeah, 11, 12, 10, something like this. Yeah. 2002 year it was. 2002. That way, Latin American highest court was found my family members. My family members from Latin America was understand my situation. My father, real father, biological father was somewhere, me don't know where. My other real family members was somewhere, me don't know where. So they was add insurance. They was checking my insurance, my life guarantee. Like that. They was found, they was see the problem. It was very simple to do that. You adding ID number, otherwise easiest way, because ID number can be some corrupted numbers, signals, and even everything else. But the email, you know what it means? And you're turning around. Every military have that. Every new hacker, every new company start with You know what it means? That's how you do registration, account numbers, everything, everywhere. Every kid that is global starts with They start with Everyone. Or you know that. You aren't. Every smart as hacker, criminal, or whatever, as a computer system, IT, Gov system, start with remember that. So every crime, and someone have some signal from other ones to that double signal. Insurance, insurance is different way. Some for a signal, for a AI signal from some company. When you know that company contact, exactly, only that you must know that, nothing else. Then at your email, when you're opening your double, you just add not number of the company which playing against you, enemy from you to your side, let's say. You just add that email to the Outlook, Gmail, Hotmail, doesn't matter which mail, but not pussy. I'm telling about the Braves, let's say. Huh? You just add company contact and you're blocking. When you're blocking that email at your account number list, your number list, then you're blocking corruption signal to the ESA. Because even ESA are connected with who create who control you know that? Or you aren't? You know what it mean What it mean America? Angola? Nah. Australia? Atlantis? Uh-uh. What does it mean, and you're turning around. You do the circulation place. Tila, everyone. Like Don Quixote or something like that. You're adding email. Yeah. And then corrupted signal from your ESA territory place disappear. Doesn't matter if they play with Fora signal from Brighton, from Sverigia, from China, from Japan, from Korea, from space, from galactic, doesn't matter that. If you know the company name who are enemies to you, you just add at your private account at that contact list, blocked contact. Block it. It's not selling homepage or something, it just blocked. And you have signed 0 with flash, or just minus to that. You just know. Then no one disturb your mind, your AI system, your pedophile agreements, your ID, nothing. Because everyone starts with A. Seems like you have phone number, you know. If someone, some enemies calling to you without any reason, and you don't wanna do any discussion, or just ex-wife or ex-girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, calling to you every day, and you get tired of that. You have company number, not your private number, or just private number, but you have that number more than 20 years, and she call you every day, and you hate it. What you do? You blocking number, and she can't do any phone call. Or exactly. And you don't have any headache from your ex-girlfriend or ex-wife. So it's same with corruption. Or you understand that? So that one. Other ones aren't aren't feel that English menu, because more than 20 years we aren't find correct agreement with Swedish corruption, and even me, because me are more than 3 now. Before it was more than about 4 million Americans, which was had insurance compensation from my family side, let's say, because like me, what me was told to you before, me was wrote the papers for the United Arabic Territory, the Gulf, China, Japan, Korea, Latin America, and everywhere, about Arabic ID, and everyone else, they must get compensation from insurance for what was happening at Syria, Palestine, and everywhere. Exactly. Because the war is not going to be end of that, because they hate and they aren't thinking when they are angry, everyone. Exactly. So that we was made decision with global space galactic goals to pay compensation, because they are alive. If they are alive, that means they aren't guilty. They have insurance. Because if they have insurance, they must get compensation what was happening, because it was happening only for territory, not for humans. That territory, the global territory, exactly. It was happening only for territory, for the buildings, because humans was alive. We wasn't. The humans wasn't destroy other humans, because we have humanity, ABC, and everything else. The global, space, galactic, you understand that? So that way, we and me was wrote everywhere. That way, Americans was get compensation. Who was living there was that way until now they driving old style automobiles, old riders, American automobiles. But they was get insurance Compensation, just hugest problem. Some Sweden territory, Norway territory, Steelers wasn't agree about that. The terrorists who was hate Americans, they just know they can't have that. They will destroy our country. We're not going to give them anything. No. I don't understand what that means. Seemed like me had some funny Syrian doctors who was trying to kill me there, swallow even that Hamstad side too. Because Americans was destroy Syria how they was tell. Jesus. Americans wasn't kill Syrians. The global territory everywhere. It was only territory. Do you understand that? It's simple. Or you aren't understand that. Who create iPhones? iPhone are Syria agency. Space Force Galactic Agency. Other ones named Sweden, that Skatteverket Syria. Yeah, Syria. Other ones naming Sweden, Syria. So be careful, because if Americans going to understand that Sweden or Syria, it's gonna be a problem. Americans going to destroy that. It's dangerous. Don't tell anyone. You hear me? What me telling to you? Yeah. Or you aren't understand that, because that Scandinavian, Sweden's biggest territory. It's a lot of Syrians live at this territory, at the cities everywhere. Be careful, because if Americans going to understand, they're going to finish that what they wasn't finished before. Or you understand that? Or you aren't? And it's gonna be burned cities, Gothenburg, Jönköping, Malmö, Stockholm, because Americans, you know. Oi, you know what it means, Syria, idiots? You know what it means, USA? United Syria Atlantis, fuckers! It's not United Space America, no. United Syria Atlantis. Syria means iPhone, agency phones. That means Syria Atlantis. So don't blame any Americans. It's not that Americans did that. Americans mean Atlantis. That mean ID papers, ID cards, passports, license certificates, and everything. Or you understand that? Damn it, I'm thirsty. I want to drink something. So disagreement about Syria and Palestine are at Sweden. Disagreement are at Sveriges territory, Norway territory. Disagreement about that situation between Americans, Palestinians, and Syria. Syria, I mean. But the funniest part, they are too angry to understand that. That two Americans who are with me, the Sweden, Norway, they have huge economic problems because other ones from Syria, who are intelligent, smart ones, aren't understand what they're doing anymore. They're stealing from Americans because they get compensation, you know, they get money because they are Americans, and we are from Palestine, we are from Syria, we are from that, and we don't get why they get. Or you understand what me telling to you? Or you aren't? Everybody have own turn for insurance compensation, because it was only territory, funny ones, only territory. Or you understand what me telling? Only territory. You see how many humans live until now? Scandinavia, Singapore, United Arab Emirates, demo test exam territory, exactly. Latin America? What's up? Hui. China. It's exam about humanity rights. About that, how military must check who are they, because humans have ID, humans have R. Another one tells, no, we aren't Americans, we aren't A. Or do you understand that? A means ETA, S, not ESA, ETA. When you creating your mail, Google, Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, Outlook. You know how many mails we have? How many are? That connecting you with galactic system, space, Jesus, surprise, spaceships, everything. You know that? Or you aren't? Other ones don't get any compensations because they're criminals. They was did many crimes. True. But that checking for real them from space, StarCraft spaceships, technologies. Not someone from military who are from Syria or connected with Palestine and they just, no, they can't get that. They are from that. They was destroying our territory. You understand such a sentences or you aren't? Me was tell to you that before, but of some reason, me telling what me telling like me was tell to you before, so you could understand that. If you aren't, jump at the airplane, go through the clouds, and the space, and the sky, fly to the space territory. Don't forget gravity certificate. You must write the hour as a certificate. And then fly into the spaceship, StarCraft agency spaceship, and crash them. Like you was crash at that American building. You know how it was with that airplanes. With those two airplanes at that September 11. The idiots wasn't understand the English menu. That was it was how the system and the situation what was happening. They was still fly into the buildings, fly to the buildings. They were supposed to park at the airplanes. The parking, and they were supposed to drive with limousines to the buildings. You know what is in Broker Corporation? Red, green, yellow, spaceship colors, green lights, traffics. Galactic. You understand, huh? Or you aren't? Jesus. What you was the terror attacks with airplanes? Or you know what airplanes have? Airplanes have insurances. Gravity insurance. You know what that mean? What's mean gravity? Then airplane flying at the air. Airplane have a special air ground. Not ground, but air ground. You know English? You can speak English or not? Then the boats going at the ocean, metal boats, heavy boats, they have gravity. Gravity means I. They have I. They have I, that's why. But not everyone understands that. Or that you understand, or you aren't. I was just looked which time are. Just like, wow, 1419. You know what that means? One Deutschland 11. Tyskland. Nah, not Tyskland. Deutsch. You know what it means? Deutsch. Don't like the China. And they was still it, like, you understand what me was still it, the explanations. Other ones was get insurance compensations. Americans, Europeans, and they just moved to other territories. Because they was create own ID numbers. They was get own new ID numbers. Because they was get insurance. And they was get how we should to tell that possibility not to think what of kind problems they had. Yeah. But instead of that, some from Syria was made decision now from Palestine. Now they can't have that. They was did that and that. Why they must do that? They stealing that. Why the Americans stealing from the bank because they know how to know and that. They was took from the bank. Better we take, not them. We going to have it, not they. So that one, if they're not going to return the keys, property papers, are going to destroy them anymore, like before. Everyone, the buildings, are going to destroy them. You know who are? It's aren't America. Atlantis Agency, Space, Galactic, Starcraft. And no one going to ask any how you tell that permission. No, not permission. Issue. No, notices. Or they can't, or they not. They're not going to give you any questions. Then they're going to just destroy the buildings, and then. Everybody going to cry. Like Americans was cry. Because it's just corruption. When it's corruption, then you don't have right to United Space Police. You know what it means the space. Then you don't have any IT anymore. Because it was of that. There was cry about that territory, Palestine, Syria, yeah, exactly. But why they wasn't show that China, India, Latin America, Philippines, Korea? How many terror attacks they had? Are you understand what I'm telling to you? That why the cities still exist, why the cities are, how much to tell to you? Live, yeah, they live. No, it's not still alive. They live. They continue their own lives. How? They had insurance from Galactic. The Earth World have protection, blue protection. How it tells sky protection. I know what is that. I'm telling you such a story like no one was good to believe it, but because everybody know that who aren't, if there's into their mind or something, because our ones aren't understand the situation. Insurance give what? Possibility to eat you. I know what I mean insurance. Or you aren't. How many Latin America was explode? How many times the global Earth world was explode? How many times? Why Earth world still exists? Why? You have questions? I'm asking, or you have questions why the Earth world exists? How many times Earth world was explode? Why and how? I don't understand the question. You know what me was did? Even me was destroyed the Earth world. From the space, exactly. Me was released some rockets to the Earth world then. When me was released with computer system, the rockets to the Earth world, the global, Earth world global, the reality, It was boom. Yeah. And he was turning on the insurance. The Earth world was like nothing was happening. It was just Hollywood movie. I don't understand that. That action me was approved mere one from insurance man who take care of the insurances. One button from the space rocket flies. The rocket was flying. The rocket was aiming to the Earthfall and was explode. Boom. The Earth world was explode because of the pussy, maybe of the pussy from the Brighton. Because me wasn't found very she. Someone was kidnapped her. Yeah, the kidnappers was had pussy. My childhood lovely British Laura. And instead of no answer, me was asking where is she. They wasn't answer. Then me was releasing that rocket. Me was aiming from the space to the Brighton rocket. Brighton was exploded. The Brighton was exploded. Sweden, Europe, China, whole world, Latin America, Korea, everyone. It's so simple. And after, me was asked one more time, where are British Laura? Because they was looked movie, how Earthworld was exploded. Because after it was a button for insurance to fix the Earthworld global system. And we was send a message to them, where are Laura? Or it was look the movie, how it was happen. When kidnappers had Laura, because me don't do any, how is this funny word are, any negotiation, huh? Any dealing about kidnappers and kidnappers. Me aren't dealing with kidnappers, with teenager kidnappers. Yeah. Who kidnapping, funny word, kidnapping. Yeah, she was teenager, but they was, had Laura. She was young pussy at that time. That when me was released rocket to the Earth world. My nickname are Cobra. Cause Deilus Obra. Oi, exactly. Are you remember me? Yeah? Insurance worker, galactic, intergalactic insurance agency, Space Force Global Agency, man. You know how it's easy to destroy everyone. But you know, everybody starts with R. And he was born. Atlantis, Microsoft, some other apps, exactly, but as Earth world, everybody starts with R. As other lobos, they have other start. When you call into other country, you adding plus from beginning. As a mark, if you're looking like this, it's 6 to other ones. So how it is? Why we can't find any agreement? No, not agreement, that. Such a word. Because we don't find that with Swedish, with Scandinavian corrupted idiots from Syria, from Palestine, more than 20 years. Because other ones aren't listening, they aren't understanding English at all. Why? Because they're stealing. When they're stealing, they're losing American English, even Australian and other parts. Then they are not allowed to speak any English because they're stealing from other ones. Then they're losing. That power of the ABC. even for the illegal killings. That's why. How are we gonna find that Scandinavian territory that strange word solution? You know how we write solution, not solution, not salute. No, it's not salute. Salute, we firing, we shooting someone. Solution, solution, no. Сириан, заткни, сказал, бля. Понятно? Палестина тоже. With other ones we do agreement. We was let them to have it marijuana to heal it from the stress from nervous. Because they had really huge pressure on that territory. That territory was exactly. It wasn't territory. It wasn't China's territory. China wasn't that terror attacks. No one was destroyed. China. How many billions live? Yeah, exactly. It was many war situations that China territory, but we have insurance territory. We have insurance. We have spaceships. They wrote. They have ID. Jesus. They have It's not America. They have it's Galactic Atlantis ID agreements. When they have ID agreements, they have possibility to live everywhere the galactic. It's just up to what they can and where they are ready, and then they're going to be ready, because when they're reaching some respectful age, then they can go to other global. They get younger because they're writing AI system, they know what's mean PDF, and they know technologies. They go from the regular airport to the other airport, then from that military checking up, or they have something, then they fly to the sky space, to the terminal, like boat or airport terminal, then they go to other global. Jesus. It's very simple, just a long trip, nothing else. But some of you aren't understand what Spain was still it. Because Spain was still swimming pool, not Lopez or Polis. Yeah. They were still swimming pool. Lopez. Or you understand what me tell? Other ones wasn't agree with Spain. Spain, you know what is in Latin America? Because they were still swimming pool of one reason. My mother was worked at Spain. Then they take care of my mother's future companies, as in Spain Gold. Then they take care of my, from childhood to grown-up age, future, because mere part of the mother life, of the mother lifestyle. You understand what me tell to you? Then they take care of my mother lifestyle, because me her son, me was very young when they was telling that even. Then they take care of her economic and my future plan. Or you understand that? Spain did that legally, and you wasn't respect Spain agreement. Spain mean Latin America, Sweden. You wasn't follow the rights. You wasn't follow that agreement. Swimming pool belonged to me. When you was did AI system, you was play with my mother's AI system. You was try to tell that to mother she was supposed to get something from the Spain swimming pool and everything else. She was telling me, take care of your problems. It wasn't her voice. It was someone else's voice. And that means you was stealed. You was took from my mother swimming pool. That she get compensation from the Spain. And me was get compensation from the Spain for that situation what was happened before. You know what mean compensation? Insurances was paid. Spain gov insurance. And don't tell they don't have money. Spain gods are galactic. Spanish global, you know where are? At the space. Spain gods are connected with space, with galactic. As a galactic, we have Spain global. Only Spanish menu is a global. Exactly. Huge territory. Hot territory. And everything else. But you aren't understand. That's what Deutschland aren't understand. Same situation, Palestinians, Syrians, and other ones who are stupid racists, who aren't understand the agreements and rights. When we was turning on my first menu, Deutsch menu, them from Europe demo territory, at the Deutschland office, Lithuanians was shit, they was turned off. My first menu. Same like Angelholm, Swedish office. We was turned on my Swedish first language, first menu, Essa, Swedish Essa. And they was turned it off without any agreement. Because they have my swimming pool, they have my mansion, and they have my keys, my apartments, my sport automobiles. Because it's my compensation. You know why and how me was get my compensation? Because my father was disappeared when me was born. My insurance was pay compensation. Another one was that, how he must to get that? How he get that? Now he going to be rich? Nine. We take that. Nine, he gonna be richer than us. It was just jealousies. When they are jealous, you know how it is then? Then they must go to the jail. It's not Yaile, it's just slang of American. Then other ones from Angelholm, some from Bastad, Helsingborg, they must go to jail. Even from Bromölla, they must go to jail. From Malmö, they must go to jail, some of them. Because it's just such a problem. When when humans, me and other ones, get compensation from the gov. Gov means galactic, spaceships, insurances, because me was the phone call to other country about insurances and many things. Me was get galactic compensation. Because my father disappeared. How me was understand someone was killed my father. And he had hard economic situation. Even possibilities to tell it to someone. And many other parts. That way my compensation was huge amount of that and that of their paying cash, profit, everything. Even properties, house, buildings. Galactic military, space military, was tell to insurance and other ones to pay it, but they was, instead of paying, they was did more crap to my life, and we wasn't find any agreement with them. Sweden soundtrack, Swedish are Swedish. When they telling the Swedish, the whole sentences looks like one word. When me tell the English to a Sweden. Some of Swedish, they hear English sentences like one word and nothing else. They aren't understand what me telling the Swedish. Or what me tell that English. They don't hear. That means because they stealing ID insurance compensations from me. Hitlerura, fattar. No? You like that action? That way we don't find any agreement. That way we have Soviet. 1-9. 20 years you played that game. China also don't find any agreement with other ones about the soundtrack. When someone tell English, they don't hear that. They aren't feel the power of the ABC. You know what I mean ABC? Other one tells, it's Swedish. We don't have ABC Swedish menu. No. Not that. Swedish menu only have Swedish pixels to see it's Sweden. When you see the text, to sort it from which territory, otherwise we have exactly such a same ABC everywhere, global space, even China. They just write different. Otherwise we can't sort it which territory, because more than 50 billion humans live in the global. Or you understand what I'm telling? Or someone was the terror attacks to Latin America, Chile, Argentina? No? Why? Huge territory, or they scared? What about Russia? It was terror attacks to Russia? You know they have insurance. They have computers. Oh, they have, what's mean, America, huh? America did. What means word America? Huh? What's mean America? Who tried to destroy my menu? Them from Europe, demo territory, Lithuanians, who tried to pretend like they control my life. The humans' brains are certificates, AI system, logic, voice, even everything. So they are Ukrainians. Because they are terrorists. Or they are Palestinians who pretend like they are Ukrainians. You know what's in Windows, Microsoft, Linux? Red Cap. Oi. What's mean iPhone? Samsung. What of kind models else we have? Xperia now. Samsung. Huawei. What does that mean? Me racist with me like iPhone only? Me don't like Samsung, so me a racist. Me a hater, huh? No, what does that mean? Nazis. No. How me see, how me understand and me see of the situation, we can find that solution. Not to look like me was telling. No. It's just Latin Americans can understand that word when we drinking with Gedrus, and yeah, exactly. Even Latin Americans agree with me, but not Sweden. They can't find any solution for it because they are racists. No, they're terrorists for real. They just know they can't have that because they're Americans. Americans can't have it anything because they was made decision. How it was about salaries. You know, they're just buildings. Check it up how many companies they have as Sweden who aren't educated, who aren't understand from which territory money goes and fills up from that system of the banks. It's not a global system. From space, StarCraft spaceships, Jesus. What you humans aren't understand? Insurance. Was the compensation to every American? Who was the phone call? Who was wrote their files? The AI system. They was waiting their own number, the line for the compensation. Many years. Except was of what of kind situation, who first, who second, who are that huge number line, exactly. I'm not going to tell you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or whatever the number, but me had own number, insurance number, and my ID number. 1991. It's not Earthfall number. It's just guarantee. 99 year 11. 99 year guarantee. Life guarantee. Live guarantee. After 11 November. You know what that means? killing part after 100 years. Other ones from the Gov, they're writing 250 years. Because Gov controls the guarantee for the life. Exactly. Because the China video, the China video, we wrote before what they wrote before the crisis or something. Yeah. 4 million years. Future Öresund global. We have Öresund. That's very good. Trains, not only bank we have. We have Öresund global, the sky. You understand that? Which year they have? Or you understand that? Jesus. What's wrong with you? How many humans live in the galactic? Intergalactic system. Interpol even from the galactic. And you doing crap about stealing. We will send one area to that Trihansa galactic space gravity insurance for the water, because Trihansa controlling the gravity for the ocean, for the sea. Or you understand that? Not to look at it, for the oceana, water, gravity. If 3 hands aren't working, then water pressing the sky. And what means sky? The air.